we are currently on Mount Uhud, alhamdulillah. So behind me you have the big mountain of Uhud, and then here you have the mountain of the archers. And to quickly summarize what the Shaykh said, there were 700 Muslims versus 3,000 disbelievers. And one particular point I want to focus on is the strategic decision that the Prophet ﷺ took to position the armies. He realized that he was very small in number. 700 is less than a third of 3,000. The enemies were more than 3 times the amount of the Muslims. So if it was just an open space where they had the battlefield, the disbelievers would just surround the believers and then kill them from all directions, right? And so what did the Prophet ﷺ do? He came to this location and positioned the army in a way where the disbelievers had to be forced through a small gap, you see? So if you look here from that corner all the way to here, it's like an enclosed gap, if you like. And so he placed the Muslims like that, 700, and then the 3,000 disbelievers, they had to squeeze through that gap so that they can be dealt with. And that's why he placed the archers there, so that they do not go around and attack the Muslims from behind. What is the key takeaway from here? There's a reason why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala preserves these stories for us and allows the Prophet ﷺ to go through these things. The key point here is that the Prophet ﷺ, he never put his hands up and said, I'm a prophet, I'll be fine, Allah will take care of me. He never did that. Despite being a prophet, despite having the truth, despite having revelation from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what did he do? He took the necessary precautions that was needed in order to achieve that success. He positioned the army with this strategic decision in order to win the battle, and then the help of Allah came. And so we see from this story the important concept of tawakkul that every single one of us needs to have. Whatever we want to do in life, if you want to start a business, you have to do everything you can to grow it in order to see the help of Allah come eventually. If you want to work on a relationship, maybe you're married, you have to put everything you can to make that relationship happen, and Allah's help will come. If you want to pass your exams, you can't just sit back and say, Allah will help me. Just like the Prophet ﷺ positioned the army here, you have to study for your exams really, really hard in order to pass them. Everything we do in life, we have to embody this concept of tawakkul, where we do everything we can in our situation and we leave the results to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Remember, if the Prophet ﷺ did it here, you're going to have to do it in every aspect of your life. Jazakumullah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.